All right, we're going to talk about the game mode that I didn't really enjoy and I slept on, but now that I've got my ducks in a row, I'm really enjoying it a lot. But it requires a couple types of characters to get into it, and it is very, very important if I'm going to get through some of the challenges, which are going to require very high Demon Lord scores, and we're going to go all into that. Now, part of this strategy in Live Arena involves Sun Wukong. We're going to talk about Sun Wukong and Loki and also He-Man. You got to use the promo code right here. If you're a new player, use the link in the description or scan the QR code. You'll get Tyrell and Rector Draft. You get Rector Draft after you get to level 25. But Sun Wukong is available, I think, up until January 7th for new players by using the promo code Monkey King. You also have the option of Loki. Now, do whatever one you want. I prefer Sun Wukong. I feel like I use Sun Wukong in more game modes. And the way to do that, it's a little bit tricky if you're on iOS, but if you're on Android or you use the Plarium PC app, you just go into promo codes and type it there. You could only use one code in a 24-hour period. Only one code in a 24-hour period. And so I haven't been doing that. I found a list of other promo codes right here. And just right now, I did the only for mid-game subs, and I got that. So here's a list of them, and I just got to remember to do it once a day because you can only do one at a time. But before you use any of these codes, consider Monkey King or get Loki. Now, the thing that made Live Arena fun for me, and Live Arena unlocks at level 25, well, there's a couple things that made it fun, is the rewards. The rewards are very good. There's these chests that you open up like right here once you get your 5 daily wins. Then when you get to the Live Arena quests, and then you get when you get 35, you get this gear. You also get primal quartz, and you can get up to 300 primal quartz, which is 3 primal shards a month. And the reason why that's a big deal is if you want to get a mythical character, these shards have a 1 in 200 chance, but every so often they have double drops, which then becomes a 1 in 100, and it's kind of a big deal. They are significantly better, but the gear right here is very, very good. Just want to show you what that is. Impulse gear right here, 2 artifacts per sec, speed 12%, and then there's a 12% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. This is just outright better than speed gear. Speed gear has the 12%, 2 artifacts per sec, but it doesn't have this. And also crit damage, so this is just better than the normal crit damage set because it has a 3% damage for every 25% HP this champion has. So if they're at max HP, they're going to get an extra 12%. So 33%, 32%, can't add 32% extra damage. And damage-based characters, typically you get their crit rate up to 100. And then that is just massive amounts of damage, crit damage. So the rewards are very important, but this is not what pushed me into it. What pushed me into it is the skill tree. There's these area bonuses, and I'm realizing that I'm going to run into a problem because I want to get Arbiter, right? And there's going to be there's a lot of choke points. This actually takes a long time, but I'm kind of rushing. I want to get Arbiter, also a very good arena champion. But, there's a couple things that are going to dealing 100 million damage in the Demon Lord, minimum difficulty Nightmare, only first chosen difficulty counts. Okay. And then so I was like, oh, how do I get it? How is that going to happen? How am I going to be able to do that? Well, inside of Live Arena, there's these area bonuses. So when you find a match and you win, you get the currency that can be spent on this tree right here. And you can see initially I was focused on faction wars, and then I've done a little bit here. I think speed and accuracy are a good place to start on this game with the trees. But there's an entire Demon Lord. And now I'm just going to put it all into Demon Lord because I need to get as much damage out of Demon Lord. That's my focus right now. Accuracy and speed and crit damage is where I'm going to put most of my resources into it, but I'm going into it. So I got to do at least 5 wins a day. And it's a little bit time consuming, but I'm going to explain what made it fun for me, because there's some things that can be annoying about it, if I'm being honest. But the first battle you do, you get the 20 of the auto attacks. The third win, you get 50 energy. And then the fifth one, you get the chest, which can have those amazing gear that I just showed. And that's great. You get 5 tokens. You can see I got 2 tokens. But when you do 5 total battles, they'll give you 5 extra tokens. And so they go into your inventory. You can get them, and then they're great. Now, there's milestones. Milestones will eventually let you get Quintus, the Triumphant. There's also amazing milestones. Look at this, all these books and things like that. And apparently this guy is just over the top good to legendary in arena, specifically Quintus the Triumphant. So that is why to play it, is on a daily basis. I'm getting these area bonuses, and I'm going to be focusing solely on Demon Lord. I wish I hadn't spread it out as much and I just went all in on Demon Lord, and I can get a bonus a day almost, right? And now it is actually fun. Now, what did it take for me to be fun? I had to have 2 characters that gave speed to my team. And now I have 2 that do that. Sun Wukong, which I mentioned earlier in the video. Monkey King, right here. Aura, 28% speed in arena. And so I was going in there with him, and then my opponent would ban him, and then I would have a bad time. And now that I've got He-Man, which has the same thing, I can take in both of them. They can't ban both of them. And so for me to have like the most fun is Loki is what's really shutting down my opponent right there, because this puts like an ability block on the entire team. And so it's all about speed. And that's going to be largely my strategy, is getting enough speed. Now, optimally for me, I can see going forward is if I have He-Man and Sun Wukong, just for their, and they do things, of course, but just for their leadership, their aura. And then if I had Loki, and if I had a different Loki, another character that does a lot of the same things as Loki, then it'd be optimal, because then they can't ban all of them, right? They can only pick and choose. And when I go into arena, my opponent is smart. They will ban my Loki, because Loki creates the problem. Now, speed. Arena and PvP content in this game is all about speed. Again, I want to give a shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the video. Link in the description, or scan the QR code. And then also be sure to use promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, or you can use Get Loki to get Loki. Choice is yours. I really like Monkey King. That's one of my favorite characters, but we're going to be using both of them here in battle. So I have 2 matches. We're going to do 2 matches right now, and we're going to hit find opponent. And the arena is only open certain times of the day. Here is it in UTC, but I know server reset. Server reset is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in Las Vegas, which is 0 UTC. It looks like it's open for 3 hours at that time. So we're waiting. So this is the part that is a little bit frustrating, is waiting for people to queue and the picking. Now, I'm going to use the 5 same characters no matter what, and I'm just going to throw them on the screen. This guy does damage, this guy's damage, fine. They both kind of serve a similar function. Then also, I'm going to put out my both the He-Man and Sun Wukong right there to give the aura, so I get the speed. And then my final piece is going to be Loki. Also, if you want to get He-Man, there is a pass. Let me pull it up and put it on the screen right now. There's a pass, which is like one of their passes. I think it runs for a couple more weeks, 4 or 5 more weeks, $40 US, and you unlock him. And I got him out of a shard, a sacred shard, so I didn't need to do that. Now, so this is what we got to do. We got to ban. So they've got a lot of characters here. This character right here, and the QR code's in the way. 30% arena battle. That's the character that I, like that's pretty big right there. And then there's Sun Wukong 28. I'm going to ban the one that gives the 30 speed, because everything in this game seems to be about speed. They banned my Sun Wukong, which is smart. I'm going to bring He-Man in to get that 28% right there. And I was not having a good time when I didn't have 2 speed boost characters. I just wasn't, because they would always ban my Sun Wukong, and then it was miserable, right? So I'm going to go first. Lucky me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ability block in disrupted. They're not called that, but look at that. They're all ability blocked. Their team is ability blocked with the exception of this guy right here. So I'm in a good place here to just go crazy, right? And it doesn't mean I'm going to win. Let's see. I kind of want to strip that right there. So this will do that also. Let's just strip the buffs. Okay, there we go. We got Hex on there. And I really need He-Man to take a turn, because if He-Man takes a turn, then the team will get. I'm just gonna go after Sun Wukong. He's kind of terrible. Oh, no, wait. Let's go this guy right here. No, did I not do the right ability? I did the wrong ability. Did I do a basic attack? I need to do the special, because then on kill they get turn meter. Probably gonna lose this one because I didn't play it right. Well, maybe it will be okay. Oh, we can strip the turn meter away. Strip the turn meter away from him. There we go. All right, that fantastic. All right, we've got a. Might be able to get rid of Sun Wukong. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so let's see how this goes. We got the problem with I'm gonna have here is that Loki's gonna keep coming back. No, that didn't work. Not Loki, but please die right here. So Wukong is going to keep reviving and coming back. So there he is right there. That's so annoying. Okay. Boy, I don't think we're going to win. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win. I don't think we're going to win here. I just don't think it. I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think I could have played it differently, though. But I'm having fun doing this, right? Let's see. Let's strip the turn meter away from him. And let's do that right there. Let's see if we can get. No, it didn't go. Okay. It's kind of long here, but I think we just lost because he's crazy over there, right? Absolutely bonkers amount of damage that Sun Wukong can do, and I don't think I can get through this guy with because Sun Wukong's going to keep coming back. And that's who they banned, right? There was a point in the match where I think I used He-Man's wrong ability, and we got to knock that down there, okay? And then we're just gonna heal ourselves up. I actually might be able to win this. I don't know. There's so much that Loki does. It's just it's a slow burn. Yeah, no, we're done. I'm gonna back out of this. I mean, well, I can hit auto and then just let them finish it off. I mean, not my best performance, but that's how it works. When you're playing PvP content and you're playing against another player, you're only gonna win half the time. Well, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. All right, let's get out of this. So the idea is to get 5 wins a day, right? I did not get a win there. We're going to go into one more, and we're going to see if this works well. Now, when I did not have He-Man and Sun Wukong, I wasn't having a good time because they would just ban one of the only one that had the speed aura, and I'd be dead. And now that's not so much an issue. I do wish that this part was faster. Like, I use the same 5 characters every time, and I know that in-game players probably will pick and choose depending on if they played you before or if they see you put something out, but I'm using the same 5 characters every single time. Why can't I just preload the 5 characters so that it's really fast, right? I don't need, I'm just going to do the same 5 characters every time, so, wow, look at that. Look at that. He's got the double. Wow, he's pulled a lot of dupes. Okay, well, we're going to lose here, boys. All right. I just don't see how we win this at all. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe they don't have their mods set up right. Maybe they're not fast. Oh, no, they are. They're fast. Oh. I don't know. I feel like we just gotta. I'm gonna go for some Wukong because I don't want to deal with it. I don't think this is gonna go well. I don't think this is gonna go well. All right, He-Man. So we both banned Sun Wukong. Obviously, that's a good sign that he's a good character if both players are banning Sun Wukong. And that was the problem, is I didn't have He-Man as backup. Now, do I go first or not? I do not. No, I do not go first. So I feel like I'm just gonna get wiped here. Like, I'm not gonna take a turn, and I'm gonna get exploded. Yeah, look at that. I'm stunned. So this was 100% of my experience before having the 2-speed aura He-Man, and it was just, this was all it was, and I wasn't having a good time. In this video here today, yeah, I lost twice, which is not what I wanted to show, but I think I could have won the first one. The second one, I had no chance. It just, I absolutely just lose this, auto lose. But I've been having fun playing this, and I get my 5 wins a day, and I'm able to upgrade the area that I want, which is Demon Lord right now, and that's been a good experience. Again, big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the video. Be sure to use the link in the description, QR code, and you got a couple choices here. You can only do one, Monkey King or Get Loki. Bye for now.